All right, everybody, we are going to do a quick demo on wrapping a outlet cover with wallpaper. So this paper we did not too long ago at a restaurant. You can kind of see it has a pattern to it. I'm not going to be concerned about the pattern itself. At some point down the road, I'll do a video on site where we're actually doing this to match the pattern. It's not overly difficult, it's just tricky. Wallpaper, outlet cover. I just did a plastic one just because, and they're 29 cents. So it's a good thing to just test. And once we put the stuff on here, this outlet's worthless. Ideally, you want a metal outlet cover because the metal outlet covers don't bend. Even though these are breakable, they flex. And that little flex can cause issues with the wallpaper from possibly coming off. Not always, but it's recommended to use a metal one. They're just a better surface to be able to go to. So we are gonna have some tape and we're gonna have some adhesive. So I'm just using this 3M adhesive, and then I also use masking tape on there also just to kind of make sure it sticks really well. And I am gonna take, if I can find the screwdriver, I'm gonna take these screws out because they get in the way. Of course, it has the little binders in the back, so you gotta hold it in order to get them off. All right, I'm gonna get a scrap piece of paper because this stuff, once you spray it, it goes everywhere. So I'm just gonna get we have some extra cardboard boxes that we got some supplies in today. So I'm just gonna shake the adhesive can and then turn the paper over backwards. And I just wanna spray both of them. You do not want to get this stuff on the surface of the wallpaper because it's not coming off. I need to let it sit. It doesn't take long for this stuff to tack up. So if you have the pattern, it's a lot easier, but again, we're just doing a quick demo on this. So we're just letting it sit. I'm gonna hold it on here for about 5 seconds just to make sure it sticks. And then I don't need the cardboard anymore because we already sprayed. You can see how fast it stuck to the cardboard. All right, so back of the paper. So now we have the back of it. It's pretty much stuck to where it's gonna stick. And now I'm gonna trim this off. So we don't need a ton. We have to make sure we don't want it to overlap all the way on here. So I'm just gonna cut probably about a 1/2 inch. So we have a 1/2 inch overlap all the way around. I'm gonna cut that all 4 sides. And I'm just gonna do a quick test where that outlet hole is. So where that hole is on here, I'm just gonna cut a little V because we wanna make sure that we can still put the screw through that. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna find where that screw hole is, which is about right there. And I'm gonna cut a little V. And there's still adhesive on there. It's still sticking to my fingers. So now I'm just gonna oh no, I gotta do the corners. So now each of these corners, you wanna do it at like a 120-degree angle. So for all 4 of these. If you don't get the angle right, you're gonna find out as soon as you start wrapping it, because it'll bind when you start wrapping. So this still has adhesive on it. So I'm just gonna wrap it by hand. Some of it's sticking, some of it's not, which is why I have the masking tape handy. So I like the yellow because it just sticks. You could put more adhesive on there to make sure it sticks on there. It's kind of what you have and what's available. This is, for me, it's quick and easy. And like I said, I just wrapped it and I just taped that down. So I'm just gonna wrap these other ends on here, and they're the adhesive stuck, so I don't have to worry about taping that side down. This side had some adhesive on there, not a ton. I'm just gonna go in there, get it on as tight as I can. Didn't go on as stuck on the edges, which is good. Didn't just stick on the bottom. So I'm just gonna tape that down so it's tight. And then this side, I know it doesn't have any adhesive over here. So I'm just gonna use these other pieces of tape that I used. Tape it. Wrap this one in there. And you have an outlet cover. So if you have, I'm trying to find a razor blade, wherever the hole's at, now you can do it with scissors. Let me get a razor blade. I know we have a bunch of them here somewhere, I think. We should at least. All right, so wherever those holes are, if you take your finger and just push down, you'll see a little indent on there. So where that indent is, I'm just gonna make a little cross. And then that's where the screw will go back in. So you can screw it back. And as you can tell, if you've done this ahead of time, you wanna take this paper and go get it matched someplace. You can go to the craft store too, just those little tempera artistic paints for like 79 cents a piece. You can just use those. Sometimes it's nice to have a little touch-up paint kit to have those little paints on there. They work out good for outlet covers like that. And then for the hole, if it's a switch, it's a plate, whichever it is, I'm just using the razor blade. It's hard to do this backwards. And I'm just cutting the inside of that. You could do it on the other side too. There's not a, I haven't heard of best practices one way or another. Just poke it through. And now you have an outlet cover that's wrapped and ready to go on your wall. So if you have other questions on wrapping, like HVAC vents, those are a pain, but we can do them. So if that's something you're interested in, we can get one of those going. Let me know in the comments. Other things you want to see wrapped, HVAC covers, light switches, what have you. Let us know. If you got questions on wallpaper in general, installation, need a quote, we can help out. Painting, removing, let us know. I'll love to see how I can help you out. Hope you have a great day, and may you be blessed.